What's up, guys? Ben and Chad here. And Chad, we got the dumpster fire division on display today.
No, best division ever, definitely.
Oh, God. Listen, we had that situation with the NFC West a couple years ago, and this is the same thing. A team that's going to be sub 500 is going to be in the playoffs and host a playoff game.
Not 100%. I mean, if the Saints win both games, they'll be 8-8.
Okay, so here's the dealio. So Atlanta is 5-9. The Saints are 6-8, and Carolina is 5-8-1. So Atlanta needs to win this game because they're probably not going to.
You know what's going to be the real funny situation is if Atlanta and New Orleans tie this game, crazy stuff can just happen after that.
Then everybody's got a tie. It's crazy. Both these teams is the same story. Like offensively, they score a lot of points. I would say the Saints more because the Saints' rushing attack is actually not that bad this year.
Except for
the Falcons are pretty low down on the rushing. But both the defenses are just awful. They're just awful. They're bottom half.
There's
in
nothing
yards.
good to say.
I think Atlanta is like the worst team in yards allowed in the entire league. It's bad, and I don't know if it's a lot of it is some of it is injuries, and some of it is just not talent at those positions, especially in the secondary.
Hey, but they're gonna like win their first game just like the Seahawks did a couple years ago.
And you know what? These are two teams that historically are very good home teams and have just been
not this year
average at home.
Yeah, 3 and 4 the Saints are. It's playing. It's
Georgia Dome is intimidating, and the Louisiana Superdome is also an intimidating.
Not
place
this
to
year.
play. They both allowed. So you see these teams, and you wonder why. You look at the Saints, and they have Peyton still their coach. Drew Brees is still the quarterback, and they're 6-8 now. And you wonder where it went wrong. And it's not like the Saints beat Green Bay at home, and they went to Pittsburgh and beat Pittsburgh. So it's not like they don't have good losses.
They're unpredictable.
They just don't string together quality wins. I mean, they beat Tampa Bay once this season. Like, they don't really count for anything. The Buccaneers are also terrible.
Well, Atlanta, they have to actually win both games. They have to beat New Orleans, and then they have to beat Carolina next week because Carolina.
So we should talk about that. So the Saints also play Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
I believe that's in Tampa.
Yes, it is.
So I think that should be a win.
Well, you never know. They could be playing spoiler, I guess.
I think Tampa's tanking for a quarterback at this point. So Carolina, like I said, is still in the mix. And like if Carolina wins this week, then it'll be a little interesting scenario between the Saints, if the Saints are 7-8 and Carolina is 6-8-1.
But if Atlanta wins this game and then Carolina wins this week as well, then they'll probably be playing for the division next week. And
New Orleans will championship game.
Yeah, and New Orleans will be out.
That's just crazy to me. So one of these teams is going to host a playoff game, Chad. A playoff game.
Yeah, that's something that has to be changed. I mean, I understand the divisions, but hosting the playoff game—that's the part where I'm disagreeing here.
Probably against the Cardinals. So I mean,
it'd be great if New Orleans hosted the hosted the Seahawks. Blah.
Well, we'll see how that NFC West division shakes out because I know they're somehow inexplicably the Cardinals keep winning games. So.
Any division where the 2-10 Tampa Bay Buccaneers were actually still technically alive, it's just like
the Giants were had 3 wins and they were out in their division and like.
No, you know what's really bad? You know what's really bad is that one of these teams that are with 7 wins is gonna get to the playoffs, and then like 2 teams from the NFC with 11 wins are gonna be out.
Yeah, someone in the NFC is going to get screwed over. Either the Eagles or the Cowboys this year.
And possibly another 11-win team. Like, the Seahawks might not make it. Or Green Bay can still be eliminated, right? Oh, my God. That's insane.
Yeah. As you see here, Atlanta trying to come back late. Unfortunately, the onside kick does not work. And as you see here, Chad, Saints are going to run out the clock.
If this happens, then that means Atlanta would be eliminated. So, which, I mean, they played like crap the last 2 weeks all year. But especially
Matt Ryan's been solid.
But they need a defense, man. They need a defense.
Both these teams need defense. Chad, high-scoring affair. Saints win 34-13.
Sure. I'd say 17-10.
Throw for 336 yards. Do you have any final thoughts?
I could see a 3-0, actually. I'll see a 3-0 game.
3-0 game? I'm pretty sure this is not going to be like that Tennessee-Jacksonville game.
Can 2-0 happen?
Whatever. All right, guys. Well, see you guys next week.
Bye.